Hello, how's everyone doing? This is for the discussion question number 4. If my child asked me for a doll for a birthday present, that in itself would not be an odd request, especially if it was a girl. The the problem comes in when we have one doll that's thin that looks like a Barbie doll, and we have the other one that's an overweight or obese doll. With society the way that it is today, I know many would think that the thin doll would be appropriate, and the thin doll would be the one that many probably would choose for their child. Um, but I think this too is just setting up a child for um, future problems with their own weight, because especially girls, they identify, with other females, and society itself tells us that it is beautiful to be thin, that it's that's what you want to aspire to be like the model thin. Being a woman of color, we embrace our curves. We embrace who we are, and that becomes a part of who we are. We like we don't let me see, we don't go into the many. You don't find many black women or women of color that are have eating disorders or bulimic or anything like that, or have an obsession with being thin. So that being said, my child, I believe, um, I probably would get the thin doll instead of the obese doll, just for the simple fact because that's probably what she would prefer. I'm not saying that way, but but I don't think that either or we should have a child define who they are and become identifiable with that doll. I believe that first of all, no, let me say this. I think that my child, I don't think I would buy a thin or a fat, a big obese doll. I think that I would see what they prefer. And you can do that by just listening to them, listening to their talk, especially at Christmas time, what they prefer and what they like. I know some people put a big emphasis on having like children of ethnicities, getting a doll with their same color. But I don't have a big problem with that. You know, I think it's just the doll itself. Just say, because I remember when I was little, I had a Chrissy doll. And she had red hair, and I loved her. She wasn't like me in any way, shape, or form. But I didn't identify with her. I just identified her as being my doll baby. But now we have so much with social media and everything else, and we have all these commercials and everything else where thin is fine. But I think we're becoming more socially aware and culturally aware of what it is to, have curves and not to be so thin and so frail. And I think it's becoming more accepting in our culture today for women to have, some weight on them. And so, with that being said, that is my answer to that question. Thank you.